bench space, and it was all drawers. And I find myself like caught up. And I think it's important that you stop and, you know, I walk into the pantry and I just get in the mornings to make coffee, and I'm like, fuck, I'm so lucky. It's cool to be able to have something that worked really hard towards, and, you know, some people have their fancy gaming setups, their fancy, you know, things that they've worked towards and they love and they put money into, and like I have this, you know, I'm very, very chuffed. Okay, 2 eggs, 90 grams, 100 grams for 2 eggs. Okay. What you trying to do? Yeah. Right. Just editing this while we're here, just so that I can make sure it's correct. How many of you guys have drawers versus doors in your kitchen? Doors can be good. Doors are really good when you have big appliances and you have space. You can fit more stuff. Like, I feel like often the drawers in some places, I wish that I had doors, because you can fit more in there, where you're really restricted. In here especially, I'm restricted by the stuff that I can put in here. Or even like that's got stuff. You have doors? We have cupboards, but my pots and pans are in a drawer. Nice. Yeah, I think a mix of both can be good. All right, so eggs, plain flour, corn flour. So what we're going to do is we're going to make up some flour. Let me just think. You have both? How do you find the pot drawer for the heavy pots? Is the weight too much for the drawer? No way. These are really sturdy. These are what are called the large, like, I don't know if you guys can see, but these have handles to like help keep the weight. They're higher, they're like larger. You got the small ones that go up the top along the first row, and then these are deeper. I think they all take the same weight, but it's just that the fronts are different. So like this here has a mini drawer, and they're small, and then you can have them with these. Yeah, this is metal. It's all metal, except for the door fronts, which are like thermo wrapped wood, I think. But yeah, they're all metal. They're really, really great. And they're a bit of little bit of plastic, but majority of them are metal. They're made by a German company called Blum. I think it's German. Blum. So IKEA. So the quality of like IKEA kitchen. These are made in Lithuania. These are like one of the biggest companies in the world that do drawers. They're all standard soft close, yeah. So that's the standard, and then if you want to pay a little bit extra, you can push, pop out. So I can push this with my leg, lean on it, and the bin pops out for me. It's really great. I have it here and I have it in the pantry. Yeah, the quality of the IKEA kitchen is fantastic. Big fan. Like this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cast iron pots and lids and stuff in here. It's quite heavy. And it comes in and out very easily. I should be an IKEA kitchen spokeswoman. I love it. Very, very impressed. There's little things that we want to do that I just need to get around to, is like the seams here, making sure they close, because you can see the white. There's little things that we'll just kind of fix ourselves. There's a few little things that I didn't design, that I would design better and different if I did my time again. But yeah, very happy with the kitchen. Okay. Icing sugar we need later. So the ingredients, it's very simple. You only need plain flour, corn flour, milk, baking powder, vanilla extract if you want, sugar, eggs. There's recipes out there that use Kewpie as well because the oil and I don't know if that would be a recipe you guys would be interested in, seeing a recipe with mayonnaise. The kitchen bench, all one piece, and also from IKEA. No, this is from a stonemason, local stonemason. So we used 3.5 slabs of stone because I think there's obviously a join here where these two pieces meet, and then there is a join here, which you got just there, just off screen. So there's a small seam here, and then this is all one piece, and then there's a seam here. So the island bench is 2 pieces that are cut and joined straight in the middle. And the only problem is in the pantry, I think they had a mistake or something. I don't really like it, and so I don't really notice it anymore. But there's 2 seams on each side of the sink. That frustrates me because it could have just been 1 seam. But this stone here is called Esser Stone Cloud something? White cloud, maybe? And so just a very simple stone. Simple white. We wanted something fancy, but it was like twice the price. So we were quickly moved away. Because of the size of the pantry and the kitchen, we had to go for something cheaper. But I really like it. It's really good. You don't see much kind of mess on it and stuff. And I'm Southern. I work with a lot of mayo. Okay. Noah, inglés por favor. Alrighty. So. Looks right. Thank you very much. What am I doing? Okay. Inglés, por favor. Everyone speaks English. Just trying to find. Write a note to myself. Okay. So, we might do 2 versions. I think that sounds good. So we might do adding one with oil and one with mayo. Okay, so yeah, that sounds good. All right, what we're gonna need is plain flour and corn flour. And the thing, we're gonna meal prep and do it all. Sorry about that, I just had to make some notes, make sure I'm up to date with it all. Okay, so we want 5 5 tablespoons of flour and 1 tablespoon of corn flour. Okay, and we're going to measure that out and weigh it all. Okay. Okay, so one way you can do this is scoop like that. Use the back of the spoon to tap. Last time I measured this in tablespoons, I don't know why. When you say plain flour, do you mean all-purpose? Yeah. Yes, plain all-purpose flour. I do like, make sure you, if you, any questions like that, you ask me. I do write it on the website as plain all-purpose flour, where I should. So I'll. Okay. So that was 3, 4. My battery has just gone low and it's just turned off. Sorry. I feel like I'm saying sorry so much this morning. Okay, so 5. I love this, has been a really nice upgrade, but the batteries, I feel like they need to replace it only, like they only last about a month. Damn it, Xade's in a meeting. Where can I steal batteries from? Where can I steal batteries from? Do I have batteries? What? Didn't have to stoop so low. If I was AAA batteries, where would I be? You're just gonna have to work TV remote? Yeah. God damn it. Nope. I was thinking the Fly Zapper. It doesn't have removable batteries. Okay. Google remote comes to the rescue one more time. Okay. We got it. Hey, Milk Squad. Okay, so let's go there. 5, 0. You can tell that it's got something, screws loose. What? It's saying low again? Just turned off. For a long time of when I was cooking, before I started streaming, I hated using electronic weight scales like this. I always preferred manual. And this is one of the reasons, is that like you were reliant on it and then the batteries would fail and then you were screwed. So let's just hope that it stays. Okay, so 60 grams. 60 grams, which it's not, I'm just thinking, I think it might be equivalent to 1/3 of a cup. Just to be sure. Just shy. So I think I'd rather say, because that's 45.5 grams. Oh, I said 60, sorry, 60. So yeah, we'll stick with 5 tablespoons. There we go. Cool. All right, now we want 1 tablespoon of corn flour. These are really light with flour, very much like a souffle. That's why they get the name souffle pancakes, Japanese pancakes, because they're very, very light and fluffy and spongy, and they have a really low flour content. So it might be something that is beneficial. Hey Stace, good morning. Happy 15 months. Welcome in, legend. If you're like trying to do low carb, or you want to reduce your kind of flour intake, you know, plain flour and gluten, this is a good recipe, because you're like, compared to regular pancakes, these have a lot more egg. They're lighter, fluffier. They make you fuller. So they're higher protein, but less flour and less carbs. Okay. Okay. Zero that. Good morning. I'm having issues with my scales. Sometimes I swear under my breath, and I don't realize how much I do it, and that like it's muffled by the music. But then when the VOD picks it up, because there's no music on the VOD, like the recording of the stream on YouTube, you can just hear me swearing all the time. It's something I'm very conscious of. Okay. Okay. 11 grams. Hey, no worries. How's Buzz? Hope you have a great day. Have an evening shift. No worries. Thanks for being here. What did I say? 11? 11 grams. Okay. A little bit of milk. We're going to use Kewpie, Japanese mayo, and then we're going to do a variation with just oil, okay, to see what the difference is. Milk, okay. 2.5 tablespoons. So a tablespoon is 20 mils in Australia. It's 15 mils in the US. So it's 4 teaspoons in Australia. It's 3 teaspoons in the US. So that's why I always say use grams. It's just more accurate. So it should say when you're measuring how many mils it is. 1. Turned off again. 47 mils. So 240 should be should be 50 mils. 50. Cool, man. Okay. There. A teaspoon of baking powder as well. Oh, I forgot to take the song out. Sorry, everyone. 3 grams. Vanilla bean paste, measure with your heart. Measure vanilla bean paste, vanilla extract with your heart. This is vanilla bean extract with seeds, and then this is vanilla bean paste. I'm trying to use this up. I prefer this. The paste is thicker. It's just a little bit more. I don't know. I like both are okay. I just find the vanilla bean it's just a little bit. The paste is thicker. It's just a bit like more caramelly flavor. But this is nice as well. It's one of those things that like if you get the time and you have the opportunity, get a few different types of vanilla extract, vanilla bean paste, and then taste them in some milk or like in some custard or something. Like get some store-bought custard and then get little cups or little kind of tablespoon measures, mix a little bit of vanilla extract in there and then taste it and you'll see the difference. Like it'll actually shock you. And you'll know what, for me, it really made me realize what the flavor of vanilla is in baked goods, what you're looking for and how it makes a difference. Sometimes we just eat cookies and we think, oh, that's good. But like, if you don't know what vanilla tastes like, you don't know how it heightens the flavor of your cookies and your baked goods and the difference it makes. And if it's not there, why your cookies aren't as good. Okay. So we're adding a oil and mayonnaise. So this one is half a tablespoon. Vanilla extract was ruined for me by this stream. I'll only taste the alcohol now. It's true though. Like in a hot chocolate, the alcohol is there. A lot of people don't realize that vanilla extract is made with alcohol or like a vodka or a high proof alcohol. And sometimes that is what you taste, especially cheaper stuff. It tastes like a little bit like moonshine rather than vanilla. Okay. This scales. Just keep turning off. I think Exceed's finishing his meeting, so then I can go get new ones. Okay. Zero. All right, let's go with, where's it gone? If you guys haven't tried Kewpie, make sure you find the Japanese one. It has to have MSG in it. And you won't go back to normal mayo. It's just so much more flavorful. And I know it's personal preference, but Kewpie's so good. You have to get the good one though, the proper one. If you're in North America, in the US, it has to have MSG. Sometimes it's sold on Amazon and in the stores with not including MSG. It's not proper Kewpie. Send it back. Okay, sugar. So if you're catching on, there's very minimal ingredients, like smaller quantities. You know, a few more ingredients, but like less small quantities, because it's the focus on it is the egg and puffing the egg and the egg, you know, getting the puff from the egg. Hey, silver bullet. I'm breaking. Okay. Three tablespoons. One, got to do this quick before the thing turns off. 50 grams. Oh no, what did I say that mayo was? 10 grams. Okay, so if you're just joining us, we're making souffle pancakes. We're testing two different variations, one with Kewpie mayonnaise and one with oil, and trying to see what works out. I just realized I screwed up because I mixed the egg white and the egg yolk together. So these eggs now have to go to Romeo or some other use because we need to separate the egg whites from egg yolks. Okay. Yeah. So the white is 30 grams. But it varies slightly. Always using large eggs. Yeah, so like that white was larger than the yolk, but it's fine. Okay, so 63 grams plain. I am going to Costco this week. I'm going Thursday. You want to come? I'm going to go take Mama Fifi. Silver Bullet thinks it's funny because sometimes I refer to my mum as her Fifi or Fiona, which is her real name. And it's something that we've only started doing recently. Our parents hated us. Like when we were younger kids, we weren't allowed to refer to our parents as like their first names. It was always mum and dad. But now we refer to amongst each other. Like if I talked about my mum, I would say mum. Like I wouldn't say Fiona. But then like within the house and within like my brothers and sisters, I like my brothers and sister-in-law and my brother's girlfriend, Amy, we refer to her as like Fifi or Fiona. And it's just really funny because we don't realize we do it. Do you guys would you ever get told off by your family if you ever called your parents by their first name? Or do you guys do it? Okay. Plain flour, corn flour, milk, baking powder, vanilla extract, mayonnaise, sugar, and eggs. Yes. Fabulous. You're working. Oh no. You can send Belgor if you want. Okie dokie. So yolks. I think that's the corn. Yeah, put the corn flour in with the flour. We'll just put them next to each other. My mum does not allow that ever. My dad doesn't mind. Okay. When we were kids, we used to call my dad his first name, and he would get so angry. Yeah, it's not. I see as it could be taken as disrespectful, but it's not meant like that. And my mum would lose her mind if I called her by her name. My grandma, I maybe would call her, hey Jenny. I would never call her full name, like Janice. But it's usually, I think a lot of it comes down to the tone, how you use it. Like I would never say it with like a very serious tone unless I was really, or maybe angry, but it's usually like, hey Fifi, hey Mum, like hey Fiona. It's never really too serious. I don't know. I call them by their name if they don't react to Mum or Dad. Yeah, that's good. Okay, in a medium bowl, add that's why I got 2 bowls out. Okay, this one. So, in a medium bowl, we're gonna add in the milk, mayonnaise, egg yolks, like that. Fabulous. Okay. Mayonnaise. Just editing as we go. So, vanilla, mayonnaise, all your wet ingredients all in together. Like that. Fabulous. Okay. And the very rare occasion we use a sifter around these parts is today. So if you look into here, I'll turn that on. When myself and my mum are winding each other up, having a laugh, I'd call her by her name instead of Mum, but otherwise no. I just get a funny look if I said, yeah. What did you call me? Bit messed. All right. So, like that. Probably get a whisk. Where's my little whisk? All right, you just want to make sure, you don't want to get it too foamy. You just want to make sure it's nice and combined. So milk, vanilla, mayonnaise, egg yolks. Is that what we've done? I'm just now editing the recipe. This is what I said that I wouldn't do. Use my laptop. And I'm doing it, but I'm keeping it away. Still not good enough. Not good enough, Molly. Milk. Vanilla. Mayonnaise. I know it's probably something that you guys knew, but you know I found out that Cat is Control X this week instead of Control Z. Okay, corn flour, baking powder. Yep. 2 large eggs. Cool. Hey, Shadow Mix, welcome in, welcome back. We are making souffle pancakes. We're testing souffle pancakes. All right, into another really small bowl, or what you can do is flour, corn flour, like that, baking powder. Hey, Dirty Fart Girl, welcome back. And then give this a mix, like that. Like that. And then get yourself this. We're going to sift this in. Sift half at a time. Give it a mix. And the other half. It's stuck. Break up any lumps. So this is aerating the flour so it distributes nice and fine and lightly over the wet ingredients. It also removes lumps and it distributes the baking powder and the corn flour with the plain flour, okay? So we're left with like a paste like that. We're just gonna set that aside. The mayo is oil. It's like an emulsion of oil and a little bit of egg. So it's gonna add moisture into the pancakes. So we're testing it because I usually use oil, just plain oil, but I'm just seeing if like it makes any different in taste. All right, set that aside. And with our mixer here, we're going to then add the egg whites, sorry, into here, like that. We're gonna start to beat these to become nice and foamy, and then we're gonna start sprinkling our sugar, okay? Wipe the bowl with inside of vinegar and the beaters blades to help you set you up for success. And you want to start to beat the egg whites before you add any sugar. It just helps the proteins unwind and start to activate their process before we start to add the sugar. All right. So we're going to whip these until they're nice and stiff. So much so that we should be able to basically pick them all up upside down on one of our heads and they don't come out. I'm going to try and mix these while I try and get a pan out. Mayo is better and everything, yeah. Chippy mayo is amazing. So you want to whip these for about 2 to 3 minutes. And I'm going to switch to a spatula in 2 seconds. They should be glossy, like really shiny, which you can see. How shiny they're becoming. And we want them to be stiff. So much so when I go like this, it stays upright. See how it flips over? When I go like that, pull it up, flips over, like Tillicum. I want it to be stiff. Cold egg whites, cold eggs actually are better for whipping, the structure-wise, I think. Like the different, I'm just thinking temperature of egg whites, like cold eggs to warm eggs. Brainstorming, anything that might be, it's all getting there. See how much higher? Oh, so close. If you were going to make these pancakes, how many would you want, like portion-wise, how many would you want it to make? If you were making breakfast for yourself or your family, how many would you want this to make? Go into this effort to make it. 2 per person. Good answer. All right. Yep, so that's pretty good. Remember I said, like, shouldn't keep my laptop here? It's just got meringue all over it. Depends on the size of the pancakes, 3 to 4, okay? 2 to 3, sorry. All right, just... I should have measured. I was thinking, laying in bed last night thinking that I need to get a timer and time myself to be more accurate, because that, I would say that would be 3 to 4 minutes whipping. 3 to 4. Hey, Margot. Look in. Molly, I saw something earlier and thought of you. I'll add it to Discord. It's a wipeable notepad, a bit like a notepad. You write notes and you can scan on your phone as a document, then wipe the notepad clean and reuse it. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, the more I just, you know, there's different ways of doing it, and I'm trying to use the notepad here. Figuring out what's the best. Kerry highly recommends the Remarkable, but you know, I don't know. I never use one myself. My auntie has one, and I'm going to see if I can go there and see if I can use it. I don't even know if she uses it that much. But if anyone has one, gives me recommendations, or something for like a notepad that then I can transfer. That would be ideal, of like cutting out the double handling and something that can upload automatically, or like transfer, you know, my handwriting electronically. That would be great. But I don't mind having it on a notepad, because then I can just take that to my laptop. I just want to really reduce printing paper and recipes. Like, it would be cool if I could electronically write on a recipe and update it. All right, so scrape that off there. What we want to do, and then we're going to take about 1/3 of the meringue. Oh, I didn't show you. So it should be stiff enough that you can do this, okay? To leave more room for the rashes, you only want 1 pancake because you want it to go with everything else, okay? All right, so this you can be a little bit rougher with. We're just lightening the batter, like that. Being a bit rougher to mix it in, because that batter's quite thick at the moment, so we're just trying to loosen it up. So go around like that, and then through the middle, because you always forget the bits at the bottom. All right, we're going to add more of this meringue. So flipping upside down and through the middle. That, and now the rest. Oh, it's not even in focus, me. Molly. Sorry. Hey, what's in the fridge? How you doing today? Okay. So this is going to make about 4 to 6 pancakes, depending on, 4 to 6 pancakes, I think. Depending on your size. You could make 8 if you want smaller. So flip up and down. Flip over and down, over and down. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay. Move this stuff away. So this is recipe test number 1. I'm going to do another one later, so I need to keep all this stuff up. That's what this notepad does. It scans it using your phone, using an app, and changes your handwriting into type. Nice! Yeah, please send it to me. My hands. How have I gone today? I'm not wearing an apron. Not very good. Not very good. Purple. We're making Japanese souffle pancakes. Okay, making pancakes using a sheet at work. Yeah, like a tray bake. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It's great for big families, or like for days where you've got like maybe school, like kid sleepovers and stuff, where you've got like a lot of kids in the house, or maybe that's your normal life. Got a lot of kids' mouths to feed. Tray bakes are amazing because you can get the pancakes out. It's less work. You don't have to sit over the stove and make them one by one. All right, so here, non-stick fry pan. And what we want to do is get a little bit of oil. And this is what I was saying about doing them freeform. Okay, so I just like to grab a spoon like this, and I'll read you what I've written here. So you might want to just use one at a time, like make one at a time until you get the kind of method right. Okay, so you want to use a really low heat with the fry pan because we're going to cook these slowly and we're going to kind of steam them. That's the other thing, we need some water. We're going to need a lid to go over top of this fry pan. Grab this. Make you feel alright. All right, so like this. Jaw open now. So you want to go high and load them up high, like that. So look like this, and like I said, low heat. Ideally, you want a lid that is clear, like glass, so that you can see through it. Sometimes not always possible. Situation. So fluffy. Yeah. Oh, they're so white. Okay. A little bit of water. So I think it's about a tablespoon. Let's say a tablespoon per one. And we want it on low heat, remember. It's so fluffy, I'm gonna die. We're gonna serve it today with some strawberries. Oh, I just cut myself with the edge of the, carton of meat. You know how you, like the plastic edges? Ugh. Okay. So you can eat these with whipped cream, Greek yogurt. I like sour cream. It's this weird flavor combination I came across last year with having Ukrainian pancakes with sour cream. And oh my God, they're so good. All right, so what you can do here is add a little bit of extra on top, like that, just to make them a bit higher if you want, like that. And then literally just flip them over like that. So like I said, they were a bit high before, just steam them again. Sour cream works so well with the maple syrup, like so good. Look at that, steady as a rock. Thank you, Nido, for the suggestion. Still need to figure out if I can wash it though. Okay. So, grab out straws. Yeah, I'm a massive fan of, sweet, savory, tangy flavors. And the sour cream with the maple syrup and your pancakes works so well. Even better if you make the cheese pancakes from the website as well. Ricotta or cottage cheese pancakes. They're really fat and cheesy and like nice and rich. Look at them. Look at the height of them. Oh my God. See? So you want to serve them within a few minutes of cooking them because they do start to deflate. We'll go again. So fluffy. So I would say the recipe, like for me, these make 4, but this is half of the recipe. So it's like 6 to 8. All right. A bit of water, steam them up. Look at these. How good they look. All right. You stop talking, chop. If it was me, I would just serve these strawberries as is because I'm a heathen and I don't wash fruit, much to a lot of people's dismay. Strawberries are more so because sometimes you get like dirt and sand, or you get the little bits of greenery that like kind of come off. Do they wobble? if you can see. Yeah, slightly. If they were bigger, I'm like, they've deflated a little bit now, but yeah. Yeah, they're wobbling. Ready? Ready? Oh. Oh. A little bit undercooked in the middle. I should have steamed them for longer. Because the pan was too hot. But look how fluffy they are. Souffle. Mmm. Look at that. Mmm. I'm also interested in doing a variation with cream cheese to make them like a Japanese cheesecake pancake. You know what I mean? Like I think with a bit of, so I'm just gonna keep steaming them. A little bit of cream cheese in there would be nice. All right. We should have done 2 recipes at one time and made them parallel. Does that make sense? Because these are going to deflate by the time I cook the other recipe to be able to test and compare them. So we're going to make some good notes of these first batch. Okay. Ooh. Like that. Super easy for you to make at home. You know, more steps than a regular pancake, but it's pretty bloody good. What do you think? Would you make them at home? Margot, you were the one who inspired this. That. And no, my basil plant died. Dying. Okay, no basil. No basil, but we get this instead. Ready? Oh, look at that. What do you think? Have we ever had anything available, like made at 10 a.m. so early? Ready? Look. Look at that. So fluffy. I think we can increase the size as well next time, but we're just going for flavour and texture right now. Oh, hello. Okay. Mmm. Yeah, these are good. They're quite sweet. I think I'd like to reduce the sweetness. I'll make a note of that. Got less sugar, more vanilla. There's more than enough vanilla in there, I think. The vanilla flavour is quite nice for a teaspoon. Maybe less sugar if you're adding syrup. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But we need to test the sugar because it helps give the strength to the egg whites and like keeps them moist. So we've got to figure out what we can do if we're going to reduce the sugar, because they are quite sweet, and especially with the syrup, like you guys said. All right. Now we've got another test. And the sour cream, like I said, this is light sour cream with maple syrup and strawberries. If you want extra richness, you could add regular sour cream, but it's light, tangy. It's really good. So yeah, see they deflate. Is this recipe somewhere? No, we're recipe testing. I can tell you what is in it at the moment, but that's what the purpose of the stream is, to test. It will eventually be on the website. Okay. We're just trying to figure out which version is best. See, nice and light and fluffy, but I think it's deflated a little bit, you know, figuring out how we can keep that in there. Because I don't think you need any more flour. I'm thinking maybe more corn flour. So if you're interested, the recipe, like from what I have tested so far, is 50 mils of milk, or 2.5 tablespoons, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I don't know why there's a 4 there, it looks like a quarter. 10 grams or half a tablespoon of mayo, 2 eggs separated, 60 grams or 5 tablespoons of plain flour, 11 grams or 1 tablespoon of corn flour, 3 grams of baking powder, 50 grams or 3 tablespoons of sugar. They're not as fluffy as I want. The flavour's nice. Needs more, less sweetness too. Okay. So I'd probably give them about like a 6 out of 10. They're really yummy, but they're not souffle enough. So I was going to test the oil, but I feel like before we test the oil versus mayonnaise, I think it's best to test the difference of, you know, the variations of the problems that I'm having. So like I want them to be fluffier. So maybe less plain flour, more corn flour. So I think I might double the corn flour. So add 2 tablespoons of corn flour instead of 1, and then 4 tablespoons of plain flour, and see if that makes a difference. Yeah, more eggs. So we got 4 out of that recipe. And 4 pancakes. Just. I think Exceed's done with his meeting, so I can give him. I was eating these because I was like, oh, Exceed's in his meeting. I won't give them to him because he's talking. But now he's off, I can give them to him. I need to keep one for test number 1. And then the rest can go to him. Strawberries, or we have a few. I don't like to give him the food that I've like already eaten off. Like I usually give him fresh stuff. But this time, he gets my offcuts. More syrup. Okay. Test number 2. So I like your suggestion, Margot, about meringue. If anyone else has got more suggestions, let me know. All right, I've got new batteries too. These are freshies. Okay, okay. Put that away. Okay. Fabulous. Shouldn't turn off this time. I don't think I cook more than a normal person, you know, like anyone. And I put more fatigue on this. I don't know why the batteries don't last that long. So we need to make it mark a date. The 27th of the 2nd is the day that I change the batteries. I might write it on the back. Might write it on the back. I need like a label, something to stick to it. Paper. Oh, I know. No, I like because I won't remember. What I want to know is like when I go to change it, when was the last time I changed it? Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Changed 27th of the 2nd. Put that there with some tape. No. And we have a fly. A good idea. I appreciate the suggestion. See, I don't know if this will work, but it's just good to have something there. Easy. We've got our racket just in case, because there's a fly hanging around. There he is. He's in the pantry. No, he's not. He's out here. Where's he gone? Come back. We'll get him in a minute. Okay, back to it again. So this time, I can't use that. I cannot use that because I don't want to change it. Test 2. All right, so we're going to do 50 mils milk, same. Vanilla, teaspoon milk, vanilla. 10 grams, half a tablespoon mayo. 2 eggs, 4 tablespoons plain flour. So changing one thing at a time is what I always do. I try to do. And 3 tablespoons. So what I want to do is change the flour, and then if that's good, then change the sugar and see if that makes any difference. Cool. All right. Oh, that was me hitting the cupboard. You're going too erratic, Mr. Fly. Where's he gone? Ah. He's flying super fast. Oh, there's 2, that's why. Got him. He's in there. There we go, 1, done. Okay. We're back. So, fly killing tool. Dry ingredients are just going to go in here in the same bowl. Shouldn't matter too much. We should measure it out correctly like we did before. So 50 mils of milk. Okay. I'll do the sugar first because I've got sugar in this. We talk about lumps in brown sugar, but does anyone know what to do with lumps in white sugar? Okay. Sugar. 50 mils of milk. Which is 2.5 tablespoons, okay. There we go. Too much there, Molly. Okay. Sugar, milk, vanilla, I can add that later. 1/2 tablespoon of Kewpie. There we go. I'm going to put it in the milk because they all go together anyway. This is going to be... Okay, so that goes there. Vanilla, eggs, plain flour. Okay, so this is the more involved part. 4 tablespoons of plain flour and corn flour. So this should be, it's 11 grams, so it should be 5.5 grams of corn flour. No, what did I say? I'm doing 2 tablespoons this time. Yeah. So I'm doubling I'm having the plain flour. Okay. So we're looking for 22 grams. Just a little bit more. There we go. 22 grams to 22 grams. Okay. And then plain flour was 5 tablespoons, 60 grams. So I'm going to do 4 tablespoons. Here we go. So tap 1. Two. 3. 45 grams. Hey, don't be jealous. You got to start somewhere. What do you like to cook in your air fryer and your microwave? Times 4. So 48 grams. Should be 48 grams. Air fryers are cool. And I use my microwave all the time. Chicken in the air fryer. Ooh, what kind of seasoning do you do? Okay. So, corn flour, plain flour, we're going to add them together. And we need our baking powder, which is 1 teaspoon. Yeah, 1 teaspoon. So, do you remember what are the names for when you're doing tests, like experiments in science? You've got the things that you change. Does anyone remember what they're called? And the things that stay the same when you're doing different variations. Variables? And is it constants? Your constants and your variables, right? So like right now we're testing the things that are staying the same, and then the things that we're changing the corn flour, we're switching the corn flour and flour. So we're adding more corn flour, taking it away from corn flour. So it's the same type of quantity, but we're just trying to see if lightening it slightly, adding less gluten will make a difference. Everything else must stay the same because then we don't want too many variables we're changing. Okay. 1 teaspoon of this. Is it constants and variables? Am I thinking the right thing? Okay. Last but not least is our eggs. So egg yolks in here, egg whites in there. Dos ovos. Okay, so go to the grocery store and find different chicken seasoning. Okay. Kravis, like, whereabouts are you in the world? Where are you located? Have you found a chicken seasoning that you're liking at the moment? I just had chicken in the air fryer and cooked some. Oh, yes. Nice. Okay. So, egg whites there. Egg yolks here. You know, when I'm feeling like I just want something quick and easy, I have like a Old Bay seasoning. It's quite nice with chicken. And there's 2 different variations, like there's 3 different variations that I have. One's a blackened chicken, blackened. One is a herb and garlic, I think. And the regular one. So garlic and herb, blackened, and the regular Old Bay. I think there's another smaller one I have somewhere. They're really nice. I used this the other day. This is called Ragin' Cajuns. And that with chicken is quite nice. And rice. Very non-picky person. That's great. I like to try different things. You're open-minded. I like it. Okay, so egg whites go away with the sugar. Here is the bowl that we're using again. So just, you know, it's just a little bit of mess. It's no big issue. Egg yolks into the bowl. Just trying to reduce mess and dishes. The mayonnaise and the milk. One of the reasons I'm hesitant to use Kewpie is that it might not be something, or like, it might not be something that you have in your pantry, in your fridge. Do you guys, how many of you, let's take a poll, how many of you have mayonnaise like all the time? If I make a recipe that, like this pancake that includes mayonnaise, do you have it? Okay. So, milk, vanilla. Mayo, egg yolk. Fabulous. Negative, none of your kid don't have mayo. I never go without my mayo. I actually prefer ketchup. Yeah, me too. I agree. I personally never really have ketchup on meat. We call it in Australia tomato sauce. I have mayo but normal American. Yeah, okay. All right. Last time we whisked it, didn't we? Where's my whisk? This is what is called as a balloon whisk. So it's multiple areas where it creates more friction. So it's helped with great for whipping and beating things together. Okay. Then get this. And then mix in the baking powder, flour, and cornstarch. Like that. Sift. Sometimes it gets stuck in the bottom of the bowl. Like that. Cool. That's it. For minimal, like we want to keep working quickly. Oh my God, what did I just do? I brought this over. Oh my God, I really thought that it cracked the bowls. Woo! Did your mum or dad teach you to cook or completely self-taught? Mum and dad aren't really big cooks. I would say, I feel like short answer is self-taught, but I feel like a bit of an imposter because I don't really know what defines self-taught. Like I haven't got like a formal education and taught myself a lot of things. My parents owned a cafe. They never really, they didn't run it. They didn't run it. It was a part of their furniture store. They like bought a furniture store, and it was part of it. My mum and dad like weren't in it, but I would go in there and just kind of like help as a waitress every now and then, and I would talk to the chefs. My cousin and my brother are chefs, but never had any full experience myself. So I never really know how to explain, like, yeah, like I don't know what defines self-taught. A lot of it's trial and error. I don't know. Anyway, short answer, yes. Okay, egg whites. Make them frothy. We have to be aware that I may have screwed the assignment right now, this experiment, because this bowl could be contaminated and it might not get enough air and fluff because it's like a used bowl with used beaters. So I could have ruined this whole situation. So it's tainted. I tainted it. Okay. With that, start to add some of our sugar. I use fine granulated sugar, so it's called baker's sugar, or we call it caster sugar in Australia. It just dissolves a lot quicker. So me being lazy and not cleaning the bowl and the beaters, I could have ruined this, but we'll see. That's what happens. If you just find that it doesn't incorporate any air, it doesn't start to become foamy and pale and silky white, then you know you've done something wrong. Can you go Timio Teo over this? She'll be right, thoughts and prayers, yeah. Just a tiny amount of oil. Okay, go for it. I feel like it's got to ask, you're going to ask about swearing or animals. The two questions that I'm expecting, they're like the avenues. Have you ever watched Young Einstein and know who Yahoo Serious is? No idea. I was expecting something to do with swearing, drinking, or animals. So you've completely baffled me. Yahoo Serious, no. Obviously Delirium does. Yahoo Serious. right. This is not what I wanted. All right. Hey Google, what is Yahoo Serious? Serious. All right. She's not even answering me today. Hey Google, what is Yahoo Serious?
According to Wikipedia, Yahoo Serious is an Australian film actor, director, and score composer. His films include the comedy films Young Einstein, Reckless Kelly, and Mr. Accident. Serious writes, directs, produces, stars in, and has composed the scores for his movies. Do you want to hear about some of his movies or learn more about his bio?
No. Wow, okay. So it's a person. Interesting, interesting. Okay. All right, so I'm washing the beaters now by hand. And next time I go to do this mistake, let's say, Molly, remember to wash your beaters in between testing. I don't often test this close to, like, you know, it's usually like a day or a few weeks. Yahoo Serious, hold on. So is that his professional name, Yahoo Serious? What? Why? His mother didn't name him that, did he? Did she? Did they? I think you have a few years too young and avoided Yahoo Serious. Some would say lucky. Hey Google, what is Yahoo Serious's full name?
Sorry, I don't have any information about that.
Does he have a full name? Yahoo Serious. Hey, he looks kind of familiar. And he now directs Young Einstein. Oh, I thought there was a TV show now that's called something Young Einstein. That's Young Sheldon. I think I'm getting confused between Young Sheldon. Young Einstein. Yeah, okay. Born Greg Gomez Peed. Why did he change his name? Okay, cleaned our beater blades. Now, what we want to do is to set yourself up for success, not the success that I've just had. You want to get some vinegar, put it on a piece of tea towel or a tissue, and you just want to wipe the inside of the blade, a bowl, and the blades, because sometimes like dishwashing liquid and like scrubbing brushes and stuff can have a little bit of fat, and so this just adds a little bit of acid that helps strengthen the proteins and helps remove any of the fat from the bowl and whatever. Okay, now I need to get some egg whites. You never said a word. Okay. How much sugar? 3 tablespoons. Okay. So what made you ask, like you're a big fan of him, that's why you ask Australians if they know him? Okay. Egg whites. Mr. Accent, Reckless Kelly. Is he a comedian? Turn this on. See how much better it is? Already started to foam. I knew I was beating a dead horse. So, notepad, clean beaters, white ball and bake. I already did that. I wrote that as a note. The egg white. Flipping over, you don't want that. So remember, like, don't be like Tilikum. Tilikum's, what's the word? What is it? Like he's, you know the whale? What is the thing? Fin? A fin? A fin's just on the side or the one on the back? The top fin. Don't be like Tilikum. Tilikum's top fin, whatever it's called, is like folded like that. We want it stiff. Nice stiff fin. Tilikum, for those that don't know, you might have no idea what I'm talking about. Tilikum is a famous killer whale that had like he was famous for other reasons, but he did have a fin that flipped over like literally like that. He also killed people, but. Poor Droopy Finway. Fabulous, like that. That is what we want. See that? Look how stiff and high that is. So I just make it go really fast so that it whips off the tops, like that. Okay. Is this just fantasy? In case we need it again, I'm keeping the beaters on and away from everything else. Okay. Okay. I'm going to use a fresh, I'm just trying to minimize cleaning this again. So I'm going to use a fresh spoon. Add a little bit in there, not let it come in contact. Okay, so loosening the batter. Like that. Mama. Okay. Fold it over like that. Over, through the middle. Over, through the middle. There we go. Over here. Spray a little bit of oil. So remember, we're going to try and go high rather than out. Like that. Okay, splatters of water. Steam them. Steam them. All right, so I'm feeling more confident about this version, actually. So we've got less corn flour, more corn flour, less plain flour. hopefully lighter pancake. I'm not sure, and sorry, more like less gluten, more lighter, means it's going to cook more evenly in the center. Hey, Nico. Okay, so steam, how long am I saying in the recipe currently to steam them for? Okay. And we're freehanding them, not doing a mold anymore. 3 to 4 minutes. Very, very frightening. Oh, God. So that's before I wasn't steaming them long enough. Really low heat. Yeah, see that this pancake, it's still light and fluffy. This is our first batch, but it's just, it's like the deflated Japanese cheesecake. It's nice. But it's like if I wanted to make a pancake like this, I'd make a normal pancake. Okay. Mamma mia. Yeah, so I put the, oh, not too bad. This one's really fat. Two, 3 minutes steamed, flip. So add water both times when you flip, and then let it steam. Stress me out because I just want to be able to see it. And like that's the lid that I have at the moment doesn't have glass. I feel like I'm missing a lid. No. This one's too big. That one's the great size for that pan, but yeah, that's better. Who you live with is so lucky. Should totally stream today. You should totally stream today, and don't worry, I will eat all the leftovers. Yeah. He's pretty lucky. Okay. I need to. Do I have a timer? Next time we're gonna set a timer. These are already, can you guys tell that they're fatter? All right, I'm gonna take this one out. Take it over here. Way more. Ready? Yeah, lighter. I might even try with more corn flour. I don't know. Can you guys see? Yeah. So it needs more jiggle. Yours are really jiggly. More jiggly. That's deflated, obviously, but. It's so soft that you just touch it and then it like deflates like. The yeah, they're much nicer. So they taste less, like the sweetness isn't, I don't know, maybe it's because I've eaten so many now. Like they're not that sweet. You know what we haven't put in there? Salt. I haven't added salt, which would take down the salt sweetness. So you should try the other ones. I'm gonna try. You're going lower heat. Lower heat, maybe. Okay. I'm thinking maybe this will work. Just lighting wise. Just trying to take this off. With that. Because that looks really bright. Need some like backlighting. I don't know. This was over here. If you guys not seen these before, these are Elgato key lights and they're so cool. It's been sitting there because I haven't been using it at the moment, but I use it in the photography area. So you can turn it up the brightness with this little switch like that, and then like that. So it's the lowest. And you can change to cool to warm light. And the coolest thing is there's nothing metal here. They are magnetic. They're so sick. Yeah, look at that. So it's like a cool work light for not only with like streaming and stuff, but when we've been renovating and like getting in like cupboards and looking for stuff. They're so cool. I recently got a K-Light Mini, K-Light Air, sorry, and they are great. Are you using it in your office? They're so cool. And they connect to your app as well, so you can use them warm or cool light and brightness and USB-C charging. Yeah, so the other day I was doing a video and it stuck to the fridge, but you guys can't see the fridge. So literally nothing magnetic. Hold on. Have we gone in the pantry? There's not enough metal on. Oh, there's not enough metal here on my coffee machine. No. Everything's plastic these days. It sticks there, but then it falls down. Amazing. I'm just hoping to see if it would lighten up this area a bit, make a difference, but it's not. Just because these are so bright. We are sponsored by Elgato, so if you haven't this month, check out if you haven't checked out, that'll be all right. Let's try that. We're sponsored by Elgato. So if you check out !Elgato, go to our link. It's a great way of supporting the channel. If you're ever interested in checking out anything Elgato related or purchasing some of the products that we have. If you have any questions about the items that we use, the Stream Deck pedals, I use every single stream to change the camera angles and then control the stream. The lighting and stuff like that, feel free to ask. You're using the Keylight Air in your office. Nice. They're really, really great, aren't they? I'm glad that you're enjoying them. Just turn it off like that. So yeah, !Elgato, go and check it out. And it is a tracked link, so they see when you click it, people click it, and then they know, hey, the Molly community are interested in what Molly's doing. All right. Look at these. Ready? Oh no. Oh no. I didn't add, guys, what's it called this time? Oil. Thank you, Shayna. Shayna, right? I always get very nervous. Shayna? Shayna. Go and click that link. Even if you just want to have a look, helps support the channel, helps support me and Exceed. I'll answer to either. Nice. Which one do you prefer? AY or AH? R or A? AY is, they're really good. The pedals, like I can, so when I'm cooking over here, and then when I'm over here, I can press the Aussie way. The Aussie way. Shana. Shayna. Shit. Shana. No, I don't know. Shana. Shayna. Nah. Shana. Shay. Nah. Shana. Shayna. Second way. So Shayna and Shana. Shayna is one and Shayna is one, Shana is two. One more. Thank you for playing along. Appreciate it. All right, check out the panakas. Yeah, so I think we're on the bowl. Apple. A for apple. Okay. Shayna. Welcome in, Shayna. Could we give Shayna VIP because she's been a good sport. It's hard. It's hard to pronounce words. Okay. So, pancakes like that. Get a bit of sprinkle of water. Create steam to help them cook. Nah, all good. Okay. It's deflated. We're going to get this. But that, compared to, ooh. This is the problem with recipe testing. It's like, this is more dense. This is lighter. This got more bigger air bubbles. See? You'd think that the one in my right hand would be fluffier, but it's more dense. because that's lighter. Need to add more steam to them. Thanks, Minnow. See, Krista? Krista? I was pronouncing everyone's names wrong now. Okay. Ooh. So these were steamed and cooked less time. These has more jiggle. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So I cooked these at a lower temperature initially. But they're so soft that anytime I just touch them, they deflate like that. Like I'm trying to put pressure on them to then tear them or cut them. I deflate it. They're really yummy. We just got to figure out how to get them staying fluffy. But y'all will know, I'm supposed to be working, but looking at Elgato and said, I like that. Like a souffle, as soon as you take it out of the oven, they'll start to deflate. Same as this. That's why they're called souffle pancakes. Is this Chester? Missed your mouth. Okay. I think we're going to have to do one more try. And I'm going to clean the bowls, the 2 bowls. And we're going to try it again. We're going for broke, guys. Okay, so that's test 1 and test 2. Put them here. Good job. They do taste less sweet. Let me get a new bowl. I can't be bothered doing the wood dishes. I'm a realist. How you doing dishes? Okay. So, ooh, fly. Chester, you might want to go away for this. I just pick it up and he walks away. Now he thinks, where'd it go? I just picked it up and he walked away. He doesn't like it. Oh, there's 2 flies. Hello. Got him. Sorry, Rome. 1 fly done. You gotta go slow. The thing is like you don't get agitated and swing too fast. You just go slow and then just move it like that. The link takes me to the US store and then says you can't buy from... Interesting. I will check on that. Thank you very much. Shh. Romeo's now growling at me. What? If I give you a treat, you'll stop growling? I think that's a bad habit to do, because then he growls at me, I give him a treat. But I'm trying to get him to stop growling when I have this in my hand. There's another fly. I don't know where it's gone. All right, anyway. So, now, next test is same thing, but more corn flour, less plain flour. Okay, test 3. $50 grams milk. Okay, teaspoon of vanilla. half a tablespoon. I'm just going to copy it off there and just write the quantities. Okay, so every part of me just wants to add everything to a bowl and do it the lazy way, but that's not what you do. Because I get bored and like, I do get like lazy after a while when I'm testing. That's why I don't usually do it on one stream, because the more you do repetitive of the same recipe, it can get frustrating because you've done it already. Do you get what I mean? And it's like you gotta have that persistence. So, into here, we're adding 50 grams or 2.5 tablespoons of milk. Should I put it away? All right, this is going for broke. I think this will be it. I think this will give us the recipe. If not, we're gonna have to add more eggs, which I don't really want to do because I don't want that eggy taste. At the moment, it's quite good. Okay. $50 grams, exactly, yes, 50 grams of milk. No, I'm going to need to get eggs anyway. I was going to use those egg yolks there, but I'm going to need to get another egg because I need whites. How much of a final is the temperature control when trying to souffle the pancakes? How much of a... I don't know if that's a typo or that's a word I don't know. Like how finicky is? That's a made up word. Okay. That's how hard it is. Yeah. Yep. And the thing is, hassle is another word. Yeah, a hassle. Okay, so the problem is this here per stream, that's a wok burner. So I might